it. I forgot on my last one. Okay. Amy, I did not mute. Did you want to be muted? Okay. All right.
I was just going to keep myself muted till you told me to speak.
Okay. So thank you guys for being here. It is our Sunday night team call. And I just want to first of all thank you for taking the time out of your day to be here, because I know that it takes a lot and it takes commitment to show up for training, and I really appreciate that. And I just love that you're committed to your business like that. So first of all, thank you. Second of all, I'm so excited because I just feel like I'm like here and ready to learn, because we are getting to hear from one of my favorite people in Plexus. I have a lot of favorite people in Plexus, I will admit. I have to say, like, Amy Paul is one of those ones, you know how you just feel like someone's kind of like your soul sister? Like, she's always felt that way to me. So I love her, and I love what she has to say. She has so much wisdom about this business and just so many great tips to share. I'm not going to do a whole lot of asking her questions, because I really just feel like when people talk about whatever it is that they're passionate about, I think you get the most from them. And when we have her time, and we're so blessed that she's giving us this time, I just want her to talk about what she's passionate about. For me, I've always loved to hear from the different leaders, because I feel like we couldn't possibly do our teams any better service than putting them in front of as many leaders as we can, because we all come from a different perspective. We all have different things that we can say that are an aha for somebody. And so that is so much fun for me, to be able to put you in front of somebody who's taking their time out of their day to talk to you guys. So I don't want to take up a bunch of time with me talking while we have Miss Amy Paul, who's a Diamond Ambassador. You guys are going to get a lot from her, because she actually built her business in an area that's extremely health conscious, which is the bulk of my team is Maryland, DC, Virginia. We have that same thing. And so I think it's going to be very reassuring to you to really hear from somebody who built her business from that kind of an area, because that is not everywhere. And Maine, I don't want to leave my Maine people out. So, okay, I'm going to be quiet. I'm going to turn it over to Amy Paul, and just thank you so much for being here.
All right, thank you. Okay, so I think there's some people that aren't muted. Angela, you can probably go through and see, because I hear a lot of background noise. I don't know if y'all hear it too, or maybe it's just my, y'all hear it. Okay, so you can figure that out, Angela, I guess. Okay, so I feel blessed that Angela asked me to be on this call, and I see Elizabeth too somewhere. She probably doesn't have a beauty app for a Zoom, so she's not going to put her face on here right now. Where is she?
She's so beautiful without it.
I know, that's what I tell her too. Yeah, so I'm so excited to be on here, because I really like Angela and Elizabeth. And when I'm going through all of these places, I know Elizabeth there, and 2 or 3 of the girls came out and actually hung out with me at the bus, at the campground. And, Plexus is a family. And if I can do anything, like Angela is saying, to help y'all, that's my goal in this. I don't make a penny, but the reason I do this, I look rough, you do not. But the reason I do this is because I truly want everyone to be where I am. I tell people all the time, when I got asked to stand on the stage with Sarah Marble at Super Saturday, I was like, oh my goodness, I'm going to be on stage with the Sarah Marble. Like, can I touch her? I mean, is she real? All of that stuff. And it's not weird to look up to people, because if you want to do this business, if you want to succeed, the people at the top are who you want to look up to. It's who you want to relate to, because you don't have belief in yourself right now. You might have a little bit, but you might not. You might just be a silver. You might just be starting out a gold that's been a gold for a year, and you're like, oh, I've been a gold for a year. Why aren't I a diamond? Some people have made diamond in a year. And so your belief might be shaky or wavering, and you need to rely on people like me that can pour passion and belief into you to let you know that you're worth it, and that this business is worth it, and that the end result and your why is worth it. Guys, all these issues that Plexus is having, shipping, all of that stuff, be excited about it. Like, change your mindset to think, wow, I'm part of a ground floor company. My husband and I started a traditional business. It was an off-road shop, jacked up trucks and all of that in Alaska. And it took us 5 years to be in the green, like to get out of the red. It took us 5 years. And guys, we knew there were going to be bumps along the road, and we knew that the end result was worth it. So with Plexus, $34.95. So when you're selling Plexus to people, when you're trying to get your friends and family on board, don't feel bad that our products, come with like a few shipping issues, or customer service might not answer all the time, or blah, blah, blah. Be excited, because you know what you can tell them? You're part of a ground floor company that, if you start right now and you work this, it's going to be huge. Guys, I'm traveling the country. I go to areas where no one has ever heard of Plexus. And then I go to areas and people are thinking, wow, it's like a household name in some areas, and it has a positive connotation to it. Plexus does not have any negative rap in most places. It's all positive. So people are going to want these products. They need to think of you, Wendy, when they think of Plexus, or you, Candace, or you, Angela. They have to think, man, she's been posting faithfully 2 or 3 times a day. This is real to her. This is not a lottery ticket. She's not going to be posting about leggings next week or Pampered Chef the week after. No, this is real to her. She takes this business seriously. And, your friends are watching you, because they don't want to join under somebody that's not 100% sold out. They don't want to sign under somebody that is not confident when they share. And I'm not talking about knowing everything. Guys, I was raised in the South. I'm a home birther. I research ingredients and stuff. But when Plexus came out, my friend Stephanie, who's also a diamond ambassador, and I just found out she's the first Black diamond in Plexus, and I'm like, woohoo, I'm under her. I'm so excited. But we just never thought, anything about it. But minorities are doing Plexus. Like men, I see Allison's husband's on here. Men are starting to do Plexus. My husband has a man ambassador call tomorrow night. So get your husbands on that. Get your men that are on your team just to listen and realize that, like, manly men are doing this. I know it's a pink drink. I mean, I wish they would, make it a little bit more gender neutral, but men are doing this because men, if you show them the money, they will get behind it. Does that make sense? Women are relationship driven, emotionally driven. Men are logically driven and can make wise decisions with money. And so if they see a good comp plan, they're going to get behind it and support you. So keep up with me. I go on tangents all the time. So forgive me. I'm not one of those points people. I just talk.
No,
so anyways,
I like tangents. I appreciate a tangent.
Okay, stop me if you're like, okay, Amy, no. But the reason I promote Plexus, can we get a link? I can't see what that says. So let me see. Yes.
We have that link ready to roll out after we're done with your call. I just said we're not posting it because I don't want to confuse people, and we'll post it after. You guys will have it in a little bit.
Yeah. So get on that call. But the thing is with Plexus, what is your why? Okay, when I first started Plexus, my why has changed and evolved over time. But I want to just challenge y'all to start with small goals. Okay, small attainable goals that you can celebrate. If you're going for silver, when you hit silver, celebrate that. If you haven't reached silver, that is your first goal. Guys, don't say, oh, I'm joining Plexus, I want to be diamond in a year. You can say that, but like, how are you getting there? And you're going to be very discouraged along the way, because you're going to have these, like, if you're not diamond, you're not going to have reached a goal that's made you happy yet. Does that make sense? So I want y'all to not think long-term as much as I want you to think short-term. So what is your first goal? Sign 3 people up. What's your second goal? Get 20 total people on your team. So let's talk about that, because I know probably most of y'all are in the gold, silver, gold, senior gold range. How are you going to get 20 people on your team? How are you going to do that? If you turn silver, are you going to start your own team page and start managing that and using all of your time to say, how can I get these people to work? I don't know how to get these people to work. I mean, I signed up Emily. Why is she not working? I put her in my team page and I'm reaching out to her, but she's not doing anything. Why is she not doing anything? Do y'all hear me? I'm so focused on trying to figure out why Emily is not working that I'm not working. Okay? We all are busy. We all have jobs, kids, husbands. We have daily stuff we have to take care of. So I want y'all to think about, if you had 2 hours a day to work Plexus, 2 solid uninterrupted hours to work Plexus, how would you do that? What would that look like to you? Okay, that needs to be income producing. The first order of business is you take care of yourself and then you help your team. The reason I'm saying that is because your team will see you working. They will see you welcoming people on the team page. They will see you doing your first priorities, and they will get excited and they will follow your lead. So you should be reaching out to 10 to 20 people a day. Y'all all should have your Franks list. So if y'all went to Super Saturday, you heard about that. Go through your cell phone. Go through your Facebook feed. Go think of elementary school friends, military members, high school friends, friends that do stroller, whatever that is. Moms get together and push strollers. Think of everybody you can think of that's ever played a part in your life and send them a friend request. And then you start building relationships. Guys, you have to reach out to people. What I do now is I send voice messages to people because I feel like I used to send copy and paste messages. Hey, I know you've seen me blowing up your Facebook feed with this thing called Plexus. I love it. It's changed my life. I would love to talk to you. Do you have 10 minutes on Thursday we could talk? You can send that if you don't want to do your voice because you're too nervous. But the best thing is to let somebody hear your passion and excitement. So now what I do is I tell everyone on my team once a week to find a power partner and to go sit at a coffee shop. And all they can take is their phone and their Franks list. And for 1 solid hour, they are working that Franks list. They're going down it and they're high-fiving each other after every single person they contact. So for example, Angela and I would go to the coffee store and Angela would say, okay, this guy was in the military with Ryan. Here I go. Hey, Bruce, Ryan and I were driving down the road the other day and, we've been looking to expand in your area and we thought of who is the most influential person we could think of. Who would we like to have on our team that we could invest in? I know you've been seeing me blowing up, my Facebook feed with Plexus, and this might not be something you're interested in at all, but I know you're smart, I know you're driven, and I know you have $34.95. Could I please call you Thursday at 6? Ryan and I will just hop on a quick call. Just give us 10 minutes. I'm going to talk to you about the biggest life hack that's changed our life. And then I end the call. Do y'all hear how hi, Karen. I see you over there. Hi. Hey, guys. They hung out with me at the campground.
I just have to tell you, you are amazing. And I am like scribbling furiously. I love this.
Thank you. Love you. So, but that's what I found. So with men, that's what I say. With women, it's going to sound a little different. Like, and I'm nervous, guys. Like this didn't come overnight. You know what I mean? Like I got super nervous in the beginning, but and this is what you can say. Oh my goodness, Jennifer, I cannot even believe I'm sending you this message. Can you hear my voice shaking? I'm so nervous because this is not something I normally do. It's out of my comfort zone, but I just listened to a girl, Amy, who homeschools her 7 kids and travels the country, and her story is fabulous. Can I send you this over and just have you watch it and tell me what you think? This company I'm working for, $35, and I'm already able to cover our car payment and our insurance. And I know that you and Dave could use a little extra cash. And so I would love to just talk to you this week. Do you have time? And then I hang up and I'm like, whew, that was so hard. Okay, did it. And then I check the number off and I go to the next one. And I do that until I have 10 to 20 people. And I tell my team to do this. Guys, the only way you're going to go to the top of this company, the only way you're going to grow is potentials. Potentials. The person that reaches out to the most people wins. That's it. And so you might get blessed and sign up a Celeste Gwen or an Elizabeth or an Angela, and you're like, wow, this is smooth sailing. But the likelihood of that is slim. It's really not that. It's usually you have to be the rock star first because the people are going to see under you that you're a rock star and they want part of it. So like with me in the beginning, I was desperate for people. I was like, I don't care who they are. I'll pay your $34.95. I only did that a few times, and then I realized I'm acting desperate. Why do people want what I want if I'm acting that way? I need to act like I'm a professional. I'm a professional network marketer that makes tons of money, and you need what I have. So it took me 1 year to get Brooke Hemingway. Some of y'all might know her. She's a diamond ambassador. She hit diamond in 1 year. 1 year of prospecting her, 1 year of 10 to 12 messages of her telling me straight out, no. Her husband's the head doctor on our island. They don't need money. And she straight out would say, Amy, I don't need money. I don't want to do the business. I was prospecting her all wrong. And then when she had her 5th baby, that whole year I joined her fitness classes. I would call her, hey, you want to go to the beach with our kids? Because I liked Brooke, but I knew that she was stressed out. You know, her husband was working 70-hour weeks. He had tons of student debt because after 12 years of school, you have a lot of debt. Doctors make good money, but they also have a lot of bills. And so I prospected her and she signed up and I said, what do I do with Brooke Hemingway? Oh my goodness. And I didn't call her for 3 days. So picture your chicken list person says, okay, I'm in, and you don't know what to do with them. So I didn't know what to do, but I learned through trial and error. So this is what I would tell y'all. If you have somebody that wants this business, you link arms with them and you call them every single day and you're talking and you're doing everything together. So you're saying things like, okay, Autumn, I want you to get 3 people at your house tonight. And for like a small get together, we're going to sit on your couch and just a group of girls and talk. And we're going to talk about the 4 products. Super chill. If you have a big meeting, Autumn's brand new, signs up and she says, does this huge launch party. Let's say 15 people show up to Autumn's launch party. Those 15 people will likely walk out the door, go talk to their skeptical husbands, and never sign up until they've heard about Plexus 8 to 10 times. So the key to Plexus is small, intimate, personal gatherings where you bond with people. 3 to 5 people. If you want to have a launch party, do 3 in 1 week, but break it up into 3 to 5 people each time. Every time you do a party with 3 to 5 people, we usually have 100% sign up because you're sitting on the couch and you're just talking. You're trying to relate. Are you the mom that crawls to the coffee pot? That's how I was. Were you like the mom that napped every day? Are you the mom who like had hormone issues and your husband thought you were crazy? Are you, and you're just talking and you're watching them relate to you. And then at the end, you're saying, okay, who wants to do this first? And you're turning the computer towards them. And you're saying things like, I can't wait to see your results. Oh my goodness, Cheryl, I can't wait to hear that you're off your diabetes medicine. Andy, oh my goodness, antidepressants, I was off of them within 2.5 months. Obviously, I'm not compliant, if you can tell. So try not to post any of that on your walls, but talk for real to people. This is how Plexus, it like becomes one of those things. So when times get tough, they've invested in you, that they trust you. And when you sign somebody up, you are not signing them up and leaving them. You're not signing an ambassador up and thinking, oh, okay, I added them to my team page and that's just it. When you're signing them up, you're acting like their health coach. You have now invested in them because they have spent $130, $150. So you want them to have the best possible results. If somebody tells you, okay, I'm going to try this for a month and I can't wait to see my results, you tell them, okay, well then maybe this isn't the product for you because Plexus isn't like overnight magic. This is getting your body healthy from the inside out. So I need you to commit to 60 to 90 days. And I will help you and I will work with you, but you have to do this 60 to 90 days. And so do y'all hear how I'm telling people 60 to 90 days? Because I don't want people coming back in a month saying, I didn't lose any weight. I want to be upfront with people. Like Angela said, my whole business, I didn't talk weight at all. Plexus, I don't even talk about weight hardly at all. What I say is weight is an added benefit, but this is a product that's healing your body from the inside out and it's dealing with the root issues. Blood sugar, gut health, and inflammation that affect 100% of people. If you can get to the root cause of things, then your body will naturally lose weight because you're not eating a whole pint of ice cream because your blood sugar's balanced now. You're not eating a whole box of Girl Scout cookies because they don't taste great to you anymore. So also, when you sign somebody up, you're qualifying them. You're asking them, who do you know? Who do you know that could benefit from these products? And if they're saying, no, I don't want to tell anyone about this. I'm not posting on social media. I just want to try the products. You push a little bit and say something like, I know, but it's 2017. Don't you have a few friends that would do it with you? I know when I joined the gym, I grabbed a few girlfriends. And if they think, oh, well, I guess I could talk to her and her, yeah, maybe I could get a few. You can sign them up as an ambassador. But if they straight out tell you, no, I'm just trying these products, guys, you want them as a preferred customer. Okay, PV is good. Preferred customer bonuses are good. And your whole objective behind Plexus is you want to make some money for your family. And you don't want a bunch of white lines in your back office. White lines are when they turn off, if you don't know. So qualify your person. I push people and I say things like, okay, well, would you post on social media something like this? Hey, I can't believe I'm even posting this on social media, but my friend Amy told me about this great product called Plexus. It's all natural supplements, and she had great results, and I'm looking to get healthy in 2017. Do any of my friends want to try this with me? So they can be real and raw and just say, man, I was like anti-network marketing, but I trust my friend Amy, and I'm going to try these products. Who wants to do it with me? And then if they're willing to do that, usually people will get on there and say, okay, sure. What is it? Send me some information. And your person, if it's hard, will not want to be an ambassador. So it's your job to make it easy for them. So how do you make it easy for them? When their people start saying, what is Plexus? Sure, I'll try it with you. You instantly message your new person and say, oh my goodness, do you see you're getting interaction on your feed? Start a three-way message with Wendy right now. And I wanted to say this. Hey, I don't know much about Plexus because my friend Amy told me about it. So I stuck her in this conversation, and she's going to answer all your questions because I don't know anything. Amy, tell her your story. And then I take over the conversation and I answer that girl's all of her questions. Does that make sense? So your new ambassador's like, wow, like I just made $25 off that person signing up, or I just made this. And so they start to think they can do this. Can you imagine if you were a teacher and they threw you in a classroom, like you've never had any training, with 30 kids, 35-year-olds, and they hope you survive for the day? You're going to be like duct taped on a wall. You have to know, like you have to learn network marketing. None of us know how to do this. Most of us are brand new, and you have to be taught. That's reading self-help books. That's reading leadership books. Do you know how many times I've failed and how many times I've said things that my leaders are probably like, what is wrong with her? Like I lack compassion. If y'all have ever read the 4-color book, I'm a red. That means I'm driven. People that are like greens and yellows that are just wanting to help people and want to know every detail, I'm like, oh, like drives me insane. But because I'm a leader, I have to learn how to work with everybody, And so somebody could ask me details of something like the ingredients, and I instantly, like I can feel my blood pressure go up. Like, why do they want to know details? Like, just trust me, this works and take it. But other people are not like that. So if you don't know everything about Plexus, all the ingredients, this is what I want you to say. If somebody is saying something to you like, hey, I heard stevia can be bad for you, I want you to say something like this. That is a great question. What's your email? Or better yet, I'll shoot you over some information on Facebook Messenger as soon as I get home. And then change the conversation. You never, ever want to get into a debate back and forth with people. Sometimes people are just trying to prove you wrong. So just tell them, that's a great question, especially if you're sitting down with 3 to 5 people at your house and there's one person that says, ugh, my friend Angela, I heard she took Plexus and she bloated up and gained 5 pounds. You're going to say, oh, she could have had candida die-off. What's your email? Because I will send you so much information on that. It's fascinating and it will make your head spin. And then continue on with the meeting. Okay, so block objections all the time. So new ambassador, what do? Get them to post on social media right away. When they object to doing that, qualify them first. And then tell them, send them exactly what you want them to write on social media. Okay? So excited to start this natural supplement my friend Amy told me about. She had better X, Y, and Z. Who wants to try this with me? When they post on social media, then start the 3-way conversations. And then tell them, I want you to go silver in your first 7 days. So this is how we're going to make this happen. You are going to get a Zoom together with me Thursday at 6 o'clock. And they're going to say, what? A Zoom? I don't even know what that is. That's okay. Super easy. I'm going to send you the link. Make sure you download this app. Well, I don't know if I can get anybody to come. Like, I don't even know if I even really want to do this business. No, I don't want to do a video conference. girl, like this is so easy. All you have to do is tell your sister or cousin and your mom. I don't care. You have friends that want to support you, and I'm trying to get you your products for free. And I'm trying to help some of your family members, have awesome health results. You can do this. Just get me 3 people on Thursday at 6. Well, I have soccer at 6 on Thursday. Okay, Friday at 5. Do you hear how I'm not stopping? Okay, people need a gentle push. Don't give up. If they are straight out like you're pushing me, my upline pushed me for 7 months. I was a customer for 7 months before I started working. And she pushed me, and I had to straight out tell her, get off my back. Like, I like the products, but I don't want anything to do with this. But I wasn't angry about it. And if she had have stopped reaching out to me, I wouldn't be where I am now. So she kept coming back. Amy, you're having great results. Post on social media. So don't give up on people. And if you have people in your back office now that you might not have been the best with, you might not have called them and checked on them when they were taking their product because you thought, oh, well, they're an ambassador. They signed up on my team page, and you did not tell them how to take their product, or you did not follow up with them, then you need to call and apologize and say something like this. Hey, when I was first starting, I don't really know what I was doing, but I want to help you. Would you give me another chance? I know that you probably didn't take the products correctly. So just be honest and open with people, and just know that you have to talk about things like Candida die off immediately. When people are first signing up, you're telling them, now listen, this is a mild detox. You could have mild headaches, back pains, and just talk openly about this stuff. You want to undersell Plexus, not tell people, oh my goodness, in the first 3 days, I had so much energy, and by the second week, I'd lost 7 pounds. Don't do that, okay? If you do that, preface it with, guys, these are not normal. This is not normal. I had really great results right away, but not everybody does because everybody's body is different. Okay? So that's how you get a new ambassador going. Another thing you can do for Plexus, talking to strangers. That's what Elizabeth told me. I don't even know what time it is. I could talk Plexus forever. 8:27. Okay, so talking to strangers. Eric and I can sign strangers up fairly quickly. He was a car salesman. I mean, I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but we can sign people up quickly. But I will tell you, the people that you don't have relationships with will fall off quicker because they're not invested in you as a person than somebody that you have deep relationships with that you've been working on for a while. So the people that you've been working on, you're thinking, I've been working on her for 6 months and she still hasn't joined my team. That's okay, guys, because it could take her a year and a half to join, but she could be one of your strongest people. So don't give up. So how you talk to strangers. What I do is I make it a point to go into Target, Costco, Walmart, wherever I'm at, and friend 3 to 5 people on Facebook. So this is going to be hard when you're first starting out, but this is something you could say. You see a person with a stroller and a cute little baby. So you walk up to them and you say, oh, your baby's so cute. Is this your first one? And they start talking to you. And you're just going to say, oh, are you from the area? Oh, I live around here too. We should get together and go to the park. Are you on Facebook? Put your name in my phone. I'd love to shoot you a message. So you're not even talking Plexus. You can talk Plexus if you feel led to, but a lot of times I just take the approach of, are you on Facebook? I'd love to connect with you. I live in the area too. We could meet up at the park. Or you can say something like, find the meat cutter. Somebody standing behind the meat line. You can say something like, hey, I don't know if I just noticed that your work ethic is so strong. I saw you smiling at everybody and you're so personable, and I'm looking for people like you to join my team. I know that sounds crazy, but could I shoot you some information because you're exactly who I'm looking for. I only deal with people that I want to invest in. Are you on Facebook? Because are you on Facebook? Here, put your name in my phone. I'll send you some information. And so it's like you can't pause. Okay? Do y'all hear how I'm just bleh? Don't pause, because then you look like you're not confident. Hey, are you on Facebook? Well, I work for this health and wellness company. Oh, yeah. Like you start stumbling, just blah. Just like do it really quick and turn your phone and just keep trying, and you will get better at this. Go to the park. with the sole purpose to make eye contact with another mom to get on Facebook. Okay, you're not being false and phony. You hopefully should like people. Just I tell people all the time, like, I made friends. I would listen to people's life story because I actually genuinely liked it. Now I have a dual purpose. Now I'm like, listen, this is a life hack. Like, you don't have to struggle financially. You don't have to, be on the couch. People always say stuff like, oh, well, they just don't have any motivation. There's lots of people that are on the couch in pain. That's why they're not working out at the gym. So have some compassion, so you have something that could help people. So when you switch your mindset to you are trying to bless people and not think that you're trying to get them for their money or you're a cheesy network marketer, throw that out the window. You have something people need. You're not asking them to join and drop $4,000 and open up a second bedroom for clothes. You're asking them to spend $34.95 that could change their life. Okay? If they lose it, it's $34.95, but you are going to help them. Does that make sense? Okay, Angela, lead me.
Yeah, no, I'm sitting here. It's so funny. I'm thinking so many times I wanted to jump in and say, I totally agree. I totally agree. I do the same thing. One of the things that I wrote down that I thought, okay, if I do get a second to ask anything, it's what you just talked about. There's a few things, but one of them was that people tend to feel like they're bugging their friends or they're bugging people. Everything that you said, I really, truly feel identically about. I think that I am offering them something that is so amazing for their life, for their health, for their finances. And so I don't have that attitude. So I don't go at it that way. It is about switching your mindset. Did not know you were a red. I'm a red too. I'm actually a red and really strong blue as well. So I find that probably is why I'm able to chit chat with strangers easily. And that's probably where, that part of that personality comes from. But I love that you talk to them about how to do that, because one of the things that I talk about is that I did vendor events for my first 2 years, and I just tripped over my words and I felt stupid. And I was like, you guys, if you do vendor events, you're never going to see that person again. You'll get over it and you'll gain that confidence, just like you talked about. So I love that. I love so much that you said. I'm trying to find something I wrote down that you didn't talk about. Okay, a couple of things that maybe you didn't talk about. You already talked about setting the pace yourself and being the rock star. Did you talk about not getting hung up on what your downline isn't doing? Yes, you did.
I will tell you when I got stuck. Like, I'll tell you about a place where I got stuck and I got myself unstuck. When I joined, I was a customer 7 months. And then were any of y'all around during the iPad challenge? Where if you got 3 customers, 3 ambassadors, you want an iPad?
Yes, they were. Some of them won. Some of them got that are on here.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
there she is.
Wendy. Yeah, so that's the month that I started working the business. And I went very quickly. Silver, gold, senior gold, ruby, senior ruby, I double ranked. And then I sat at senior ruby for 5 months. And guys, when I tell you I sat, like, that's stupid. I shouldn't even say that. But when you're going that quickly, you think, oh my goodness, I'm just going to hit emerald. And I sat and I was like, why am I sitting? And it was because when I hit that moment of senior ruby, I had this team I was trying to manage. And I kept thinking, I just kept reinventing the wheel, trying to make new trainings and, trying to figure out how I got people to work. And it wasn't until I realized that I had to work. And that month that I realized that, I did vendor booths, like Angela said. I signed up a girl at the vendor booth that went senior gold in 2 months. She's now a senior ruby. I signed up Brooke Hemingway that same month that I've been prospecting a year. And I signed up another girl I'd been prospecting a year who's about to hit sapphire. I signed 3 people up the same month that I told myself, stop managing your team. Sign those 3 people up under my husband. And it took my husband from senior gold to diamond from January, and he hit diamond in May. So he was a senior gold in January, and he hit diamond in May or June. So do you see how if you're a senior gold right now, like, I never thought my husband would be diamond. I was looking at 2-3 years. I didn't do anything different. I wasn't special. What I did was I did the steps that you're supposed to do. Vendor boosts, reaching out to people, following up. And I just so happened to sign 3 rock stars under him the same month.
Wow.
So that could be you. Don't think I've been in this company for a year, 2 years, and I'm just a gold. Just a gold, guys. You sign somebody up. Julia Carty, she's a diamond. She's the, I think she probably might have one of the fastest growing teams right now in Plexus. Her testimony is she signed number 43 was her rock star. Her second rock star was number 82. And she's a diamond with the fastest growing team. What if she got depressed and didn't do it? 41 people, this doesn't work. I know diamonds that have 16 level ones that are diamonds. I've signed 41 people and it's not working for me. Yep. And you missed out.
Yep. That's amazing insight that you've given in the numbers, because I really love to talk about the numbers. It is such a numbers game. I think sometimes people set their goals so far out because they underestimate how quickly it can start to take off, especially if you are out there being the rock star and signing people up, and that somebody catches that inspiration and they catch that, you as a leader have to set that pace. And I will fully admit that I didn't do as good a job setting the pace this year because my own life got too crazy for me to keep up with some things. But I caught myself and I realized, I thought, oh my gosh, I can feel that flow has changed. And I knew exactly what it was. I mean, we as leaders, we don't never make mistakes. We just, we make mistakes, we fail forward, and we recognize them. But would you tell them real quick, because it's 9:36 right now, so I'm going to let you go. What about seen messages, the seen messages that just people feel like it is sitting there just in their face, taunting them? And my tip has always been to send your message, do your reach out, swipe an archive, and then bring it back up. If they reply, it's going to come back up, or you're just going to reach back out next month or however many weeks. Talk to us about how you do that, your reach outs.
Because I'm out there, sometimes I'll just say, hey, I know you saw my last message because it says seen. So I don't know if you're just completely flat out not interested in Plexus, or if it's just not a good time for you right now. Or you can say something like, hey, I don't know if you saw my last message, but I wanted to reach out to you again because Plexus is offering a special. Or, hey, did you see, this video? I thought of you with this video. Would you watch it for me and I'll send you a sample? I mean, you can just keep the conversation rolling. You can even not even talk about Plexus. Yep. Just message them again, and then they'll respond to you about a question, and then you can go, oh, right after that. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Hey, I don't know if you saw my last message, but so you just have to be bold.
Unflappable, I think, is what the word I would use, is what you have to be in this business. You kind of have to be like, your belief level is high, and if you don't have it yet, borrow it from us, because it's the same. There's nothing special in our abilities, and I mean, I think Amy's amazing. I love her, but I know what you mean when you say there's not something so special about you. It's just that you truly know that if you keep going, it'll start to happen. If you keep on.
I know what. Because I was the first one in Hawaii. I don't know if any of y'all are y'all mostly in an area that's unsaturated? There's not a lot of people?
Totally. I was the first one in Maryland, and then there was one other person in Virginia, but she really built her team somewhere else. She was kind of a transplant. So I would kind of give Elizabeth as one of the first ones in Virginia. There's a handful. So yeah, we were very unsaturated here.
So I would tell y'all, every single vendor booth, you're like the pioneers in your area. Yep. So I would go, and there would be no one had heard of Plexus, and it was I was paving the way, and it was really hard. But then once it went, I am the Hawaii. Everybody in Hawaii is under me, pretty much. Everyone. And so it's a really cool feeling, because my first meeting, I had 3 people, and I bought hors d'oeuvres and all that stuff. I had 3 people. So the vendor booths, since you were saying that you built it not on weight loss, another thing you can do at vendor booths that make it very appealing to the eye is make your table look holistic. So muslin tablecloth, a basket of beets, wood cutting boards to the product, an aloe plant on the table, chalkboard art, And then when you're giving samples of the pink drink, you're saying this balances blood sugar, natural energy, plant-based, and you're doing like clear shot glasses. And in that, you're putting a sprig of mint and a little bitty tiny slice of a lemon. And so that's how and so people to us are like, oh, great, because they're thinking plant-based, energy, holistic, instead of the bling, pink, black, and looking stuff that makes you think, ugh. So just change up your look into all natural, plant-based, and all of that. And then tie that in, because that's what you're trying to get people doing, is grabbing like holistic look.
I'm so excited. I've never thought of that. I don't have that. I don't know where you got that idea from or you created it. I love it because the pink and the bling and all of that doesn't work, and it totally turns the guys away. Really, it does. So I cannot wait to get out and do some with that idea. That's so exciting. You've been so completely amazing. I'm like, you really did hit on everything I wrote. Just so you know. I like that you talked about, for guys, show them the money. That was definitely, just to wrap it up kind of right there. We are super heavy with sort of the yellow personality type. I have probably 5 reds and then a bunch of blues. But and I think that's because my story, even though I'm a red and a red blue, I had a story where I knew people were struggling physically, and because I had struggled physically, and this is what Plexus did for me. So just my heart was bleeding for other people that were still stuck on these medications and stuff. So I went out at it going, you could feel better. You could have a better quality of life. And so I think I pulled in, and we naturally attract those lovey people that want everyone to feel better. And so I think it's really important for us as a team now to take that and go, we love having that personality type that we do want to get. Like you talked about, the guys are showing me the money, that we really want to get the ones who get the compensation plan and really run with it. So just could we end on, I know a lot of people see how supportive Ryan is of me, but what they don't know is that Ryan was really excited for me because it changed my life in ways that were really, really dramatic. Like he was looking at changing his work, what he did, and bringing in help because I really couldn't function. And so it really dramatically changed my health. He really wasn't on board with the business part of it until the paychecks started to come in, and then they kept coming in and they kept getting bigger. And I remember him laughing, kind of, not laughing, but when I would say something, he would say, how are we going to handle such and such? 2 girls heading off to college soon, 2 girls in travel sports. How are we going to handle this in 5-6 months, whatever? And I said, we'll be fine because I'll be Ruby by then. We'll be fine because I'll be senior Ruby by then. And he was like, okay, Ange, I don't know how it is that you think that you can count on this. But when it started to happen, because I had that passion, and then he started to catch on and say, okay, this is the real deal. And then he really saw that the compensation plan was what it looked like. And so I would just love to end on your belief in our company because of the compensation plan, and then let you run. If that would, because I know you could talk on that.
Yeah. So pretty much the compensation plan is ridiculous. So y'all all know that. But just know that where you're at right now. So 2017 January, 2016 of January, I just hit Emerald. Okay, like December, I just hit Emerald of 2016, and my husband was a senior gold. So look at what a year can do. I looked back and I was like, okay, so I had 60 people join my team last year in January. This January, I've had almost 600 people join my team. And you want to know how many people I've signed up this month? 3. So how does that happen? Guys, it's not because I'm more special than you. Like I've said, it's nothing about that. I've been in longer, and it's the power of multiplication and duplication. All you have to know is if you continue to move forward, I don't care if that's very slow, you're like a turtle moving forward, you're still moving forward, okay? Where are you going to be in 4 years? If I told you right now, 4 years from now, I will promise you a Lexus, a Hawaii trip, and $8,000 to $10,000 a month. But you have to give me 4 years, and I'm going to require 2 hours a day from you, and I'll give you Sundays off because I'm nice like that. Would you do it? Would you do it? Would you work for 4 years, giving me 2 hours a day, guaranteed knowing you're going to make that kind of money in 4 years? Okay, then why do we in 2 years look at our journey and say, oh, look, I didn't go as fast as Amy and Eric. I'm done. I'm done with this. It obviously does not work. I don't have a network as big as them. I don't have this. I don't have that. And we down ourselves when you don't have to down yourselves. You just have to move forward one step at a time. If my journey hinders you, if Angela's journey hinders you, block us. Block us. Keep your blinders on. My first meeting, I was a Sapphire ambassador. My very first Plexus event, I was a Sapphire ambassador. My first opportunity, it was in Richmond, Virginia. We drove the bus there, and I was shocked because I wasn't up with all of this stuff. Like, I wasn't staring at everybody else's journey. I was just working. I was on a small island, and I knew I wanted this, and I was working. And what works is small, intimate groups signing people up. And I knew that if I could just sign 3 people a month and get my people signing 3 people a month and get those people and just keep doing that, that it would grow. But guys, don't compare yourselves to people. Sarah Marble, 7 months to make silver, and she signed her husband up without him knowing, and her mom signed up, and her sponsors gave her somebody. 7 months to hit silver, and now she's a diamond. She doesn't regret her journey. She's not thinking, oh, I'm a diamond now, but it took me this long, and it only took Amy that long, or Celeste, or whoever you compare yourself to. Throw that out the window, because if you're a senior Ruby right now, this is how I like to explain it. A senior Ruby makes how much money a month? $2,500? Is that approximately, y'all think, $2,500, $3,000?
Mine was more than that, I think, at senior Ruby. Yeah.
So
it was
let's say $4,000. Okay, as a senior Ruby, you're making $4,000. You could even do compare it to any number. I like to equate it to if we ran vacation rentals in Hawaii. For us to pocket off our vacation rentals, we netted $4,000 a month off of our vacation rentals. $4,000. That's what a senior Ruby makes. Would you want to know how much we had to borrow from the bank to be able to buy those vacation rentals? We didn't owe them straight out. So that $4,000 that we made went right back into paying for our vacation rentals. So tell me what I'm banking. Where's my residual income stream? And so you pay $34.95 to residually pull in. Senior Ruby pay $4,000 a month, but it's like you own 2 or 3 houses that are worth $200,000 each. So picture yourself as a monopoly owner, and you own 3 $200,000 homes, and you're residually pulling in $4,000 a month. Does that give y'all a better analogy or a perspective. Of what you actually own, what's actually tangible?
Yeah. I think that this call, honestly, it's been a little business changing for me for 2 reasons. One, the vendor events with the holistic looking tables. So excited about that because I cannot wait to jump back into the vendor events, which was actually one of my favorite parts of the first 2 years. And the other part is doing events with small groups for me. The small groups, I'm really looking at shifting things with that. So I know everybody on here probably has a bunch of aha moments that they had from listening to you. And I'm sure that if I gave them all an opportunity to talk, they would probably all cite some ways that you've changed their business tonight. So I'm super grateful for you for that. So thank you so much. And I cannot wait to see you again. What will I see you at next? Convention?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for your time. You're an amazing person. You're a great leader, and thanks for sharing with us tonight.
You're welcome. Bye, guys.
Okay. Have a good night. All right. Bye. Thanks, guys.